Yes. Yeah. Okay, yeah. See? Oh, oh, oh. Oh. Okay, yeah. Yep. Yep. I feel like I'm sideways. But I think it's just me. I think it's just me. I think I'm just sideways. I just feel like that is not true. Maybe. Hi, hello. I feel okay. Everything feels different right now. Everything feels different, which is goofy because it hasn't been that long since I last did this kind of stream. But everything feels a little strange. Why? I don't know. Like, usually when I set up for these streams, like, things feel like fairly normal, like kind of, you know, how I want it and everything. But right now, like, I feel like everything's kind of just all over the place, and it's okay. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. How are you today? I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. I think I was a little tired today, but I think that's also because I'm still like recovering from my trip. This is how I know I'm getting old. I'm still recovering from my trip. So today, all I really wanted to do was just like hang out and not do much. But I had to like leave my house and do the opposite of that. So it was a little tired all day, but maybe if I do this and then I do this, ooh. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Other than that, though, it's been a pretty nice day. Pretty nice day. I have to go reply to this. Yeah. Yep, that's me. Hee hee, haha. Hi. Same, and I have to work tomorrow and get up early. Me too. Which is why I was debating. Well, I was even talking about it last night if anyone watched my stream. Did you say hi? I don't know what that says. I'm sorry. I was debating last night if I wanted to stream today because it's Sunday. Okay, I have to work tomorrow. And I hate Mondays. I hate Mondays. But I also mentioned that I probably won't stream tomorrow because 1S's album comes out tomorrow. Their album comes out tomorrow, so I think I'm going to do a reaction. Well, I am, but I'm gonna do like film my reaction tomorrow, and then I just want to focus on editing, so I don't think I'll stream tomorrow. But I thought since I'm not gonna stream tomorrow, I should stream today, right? Hi, hello. Hello, hello. What's the topic of today? I don't know. We can just yap about anything, honestly. Yes, it does. It does. It does. I have a question. If it's an appropriate question, you can ask. If it's not, then don't bother. Thank you. No, okay, so I mentioned this last night, which I was gonna try to start today, but I figured since I haven't done like an actual like stream like this in a long time, that I would just use this stream to kind of get back into into the rhythm of things. But I want to see how much I can try to promote the 1Us tour through the live streams. So I'm gonna try to stream a lot more frequently and just promote a different concert every live stream. But like I was gonna start it today. I was gonna start with New York, but I think I'll do that in the next one. All right, so be on the lookout, everyone. Hey, so how'd it go? It was good. Everything went really well. The Baekhyun concert. We went to a K-pop club night on Friday. Everything was like really fun. It was really awesome. Do you sing? Sometimes. I wish I could use emojis on here, but I can't. It's totally fine. Your outfit workout with that yellow? Yes. Yeah, did I mention the yellow shirt? I don't remember what I was talking about with the yellow shirt. It was fine though. I do think it was fine. I do think I could have wore like a skirt or something, but when I was planning the outfit, for some reason in my head it only looked good with pants. But I think it worked out. It worked out nonetheless. Did you get my question? You didn't ask it. You didn't ask it, I don't see it. But yeah. Yeah, it really made me, honestly, the the trip we had this week and like figuring out like all my outfits and what I was wearing and what I was doing and all this stuff really made me think about what am I gonna do for One Us? Because for One Us, I at least want to put a lot more effort into my outfits. For these for the Baekhyun concert, it's like I knew I didn't get VIP because they sold out and I didn't know that. I didn't know they were gonna sell out. Because if I knew that, I would have got like a VIP and got at least the high touch or the high wave. But I didn't. So I wasn't seeing Baekhyun and my seat was way up at the top, like against the wall. And so like I was really only dressing up for like photos so I can take cute photos and then enjoy the rest of the concert. Which I knew before we went, so I knew I didn't want to make it too extravagant, but I still wanted to like feel cute. But then it made me think about, because for One Us, it's like the entire opposite experience. Like One Us, I'm in the 5th row. I'm on the aisle. So if they come down off of the aisle, I'm going to be right there. And then I have like the top VIP package of like the photos and the fan sign and the group photo and the high touch and all this stuff. So I really want to like look cuter, feel cuter for One Us, but it really made me think. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like, what am I gonna do? Great. Any shout outs at the concert? No. Like I said, I was way up at the top. I didn't see Big Ken at all. Love those earrings. Can we see them? Oh yeah. Yeah, I love these earrings actually. I wear them like almost too much. Like too frequently. What are you gonna do? I don't know. A K-pop fan? Yeah, it's me. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I keep looking for like inspiration photos. And like I'm trying to think about what kind of vibe I want to have. Because I also realized I've complained for a long time that One Us never goes on tour in the summertime. Because I thought for sure that if they went on tour in like a warmer time of the year, that I would be able to dress way cuter. Except now they're finally going on tour in the summertime and I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Because all of their other tours were in the winter. So like I have like I know what to wear in the winter now to their concerts. But now that it's in the summer, it's like there's like nothing in my brain. There's no kind of concept. I don't know what I'm gonna do. You're so cute. Thank you. Do you know 17? I do. Any souvenirs? I mean, all I got was like freebies that people were handing out. But I didn't buy any merch because it was a little expensive. And personally, it wasn't really worth the amount they were selling it for. So I didn't really feel comfortable spending that much money for what I was going to get. Even if it is Baekhyun. Okay, even if it is Baekhyun, the love of my life, the OG love of my life. I could not justify spending that much money for that simple of a merch collection. So I didn't buy any merch, but I'm not too sad about it because like I said, I'd rather save that money and not have bland merch. Who's your bias? In 17, my bias is Junghan. Your idol from K-pop Demon Hunters is heavily AT. My idol? Which one? I actually haven't seen K-pop Demon Hunters yet. I do plan on watching it because everyone's talking about it. I feel left out. OG love of your life, not worth them. Okay. Can I be like entirely honest? Can I be completely open and vulnerable with chat today? That's the song in the movie. Oh, I haven't seen it. I don't know. All right, let me be really honest with you guys. I've been having a dilemma these days. I've been having a dilemma because I think I think in my brain I've been trying to convince myself for the last however many years that I feel like saying it out loud is really just gonna solidify it. Oh, I feel like this is probably how I already feel anyways. It's just I'm trying to deny it, not accept it. I I love EXO. I love EXO and I still love Baekhyun though. Like I love he'll always be number 1 in my heart, right? I love EXO because they're like my first K-pop group ever, and like I was like it was one of the first groups that I was like a really really big fan of. And I think in my brain I'm associating like longevity with um like loyalty, love, I don't know. basically basically I think even though I've been saying it for so long that EXO is like number 1 for me and ONEUS is like number 2, I'm starting to think well, maybe I do already know, but I'm just kind of scared to think about it. I actually think that I like ONEUS more than I like EXO. Like I think they've like reversed spots. So like EXO is now number 2 and ONEUS is number 1. Cause I'm like, I was thinking about this at the Baekhyun concert. Like I love Baekhyun though. Like I think I'll always like him. Well, I don't want to say it like that, but like he'll always be like number 1 for me, and then Soho will be a very very close number 2. But I think as a whole, I don't know if this is because EXO has been like inactive for the last 6 years, and like ONEUS has just been there for the last 6 years. So it's like it's much more fresh and in my brain. But thinking about it as like in like the bigger picture, I feel much more comfortable like doing all of these things for ONEUS, but like I wouldn't really do them for EXO. Even though I love EXO. But it's making me feel bad, I think. Because again, I'm associating the fact that I've been an EXO fan for like 10 years now. And so to me, I'm like, well, I've been a fan of EXO longer, so I should be more of a fan of EXO. Whereas ONEUS, it's like I became a fan the year they debuted, but like that was 6 years ago. You know, like even though it's like debut time, whatever, I don't know. But in my brain, it's because I've been a fan longer. That means that I love them more than I love ONEUS, or like ONEUS, you know. But I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. I feel like that with BTS and I have for a long time. I think it's just like I know it happens. It's just I don't know. I think I've been trying to like delude myself this entire time to thinking that I still really really liked EXO. Well, I do. Just I keep trying to rank them above ONEUS, but I feel like that's just so not the case anymore. I love your hair. Thank you. Honestly, that happened to me recently. I started around when the group activity started to slow down. They do take up a lot of real estate. That's what, but okay. This is also, it's another dilemma I have too, because when I got into K-pop, I didn't really like the idea of buying merch. I think it's just I didn't understand it. And so I didn't buy any like EXO albums or any of their like merch things that they had, or like, even their like light stick at the time. I wasn't into buying any of that. But by the time I got into ONEUS, I was already kind of buying K-pop albums here and there, and I had like a light stick or two. So I can't tell if that's just like the difference. Like I don't know. I don't know. Hungry, tired, avoiding productivity. Oh, period. Why didn't you buy the merch from Baekhyun? Or you mean from EXO? Domino's stuffed crust pizza? You know what? Domino's stuffed crust is okay. It's okay. I haven't heard many K-pop fans talk about this feeling and topic much, and it's honestly something that happens. I would feel bad that I'd call BTS my ults, but didn't feel the same as I did when I first got into them and loved other groups more. That's so true. And maybe that's why I've been trying to like be delusional about it this entire time. Well, no, because I understand. I understand becoming like a bigger fan, of becoming more liking a group more than maybe you liked this other group. But I think to me, it just felt a little bad because like I've liked EXO this entire time, and I don't know. I think it's just because like I found One Us later. Obviously, they debuted way later, and just because like I've liked EXO since I was like 15. So I was trying to I was assigning too much importance to certain like feelings that I had about EXO. But now thinking about it as like a whole, I do think I do think I like One Us just a little more. I like EXO. All love to EXO though. All love. To some extent, EXO's group chemistry and One Us's chemistry are a bit different. I feel like One Us are more tight-knit than EXO. That is true. That is true. I don't know if it has to do with group chemistry. Because that's kind of why I was so confused about it as well, is because One Us has been active as a group like for the last 6 years. And that's around the same time EXO started kind of not doing group activities. So I couldn't tell if it was just because I've been so focused on One Us this entire time that I don't know. I guess I'm more attached to One Us in that way. Oh, that's valid. That's so valid. K-pop stuff has started showing up in my feed, and I'm pretty sure it's Miranda's fault because I didn't see any before I started watching these streams. If it's One Us, I'll put you on anytime. How'd it go for your travel, buddy? Did she have an awesome time too? Yeah, so I actually went with my friend and my sister. And I like to think that everyone had a good time. BTS poster? No, this is One Us. Oh, it's sideways. Hold on. This is a perfect time to promote my favorite K-pop boy group in the entire world, One Us. Ah! Did you just say... I don't even want to try it. Hello, hi. Hello. SM doesn't let EXO grow either. I know, and they're in like such limbo right now. Right? Because somebody filed a lawsuit. Which I'd like to think that good things came from that because Baekhyun performed a lot of songs from his first 3 mini albums at his concert. And I know that you cannot do that if you don't have the rights to use them. So I like to think that things went kind of well. I knew that's what it said. It said konnichiwa. Okay, I only know one phrase in Japanese. And it's taihen yoku dekimashita. And that's it. That's all I know. And yet no merch. Okay. I love Baekhyun. I love Baekhyun though. I love Baekhyun, but his merch was a little bland. I'll keep it real. I'll keep it really real with you guys. It really wasn't worth how much it was. And so... Not exactly mad about it because some of the songs are catchy and some of those girl groups are looking good. I'm saying. K-pop is so eye-catching. In the concert movie, Baekhyun indirectly mentioned that the company was holding him back and doing new things. SM does that. Does that with a lot of artists, and that's why a lot of artists will leave when their contract ends. I know it happens. It happens in like the music side of it too. Like they'll tend to give their more popular artists like, albums and whatnot. In the case of Girls' Generation, this is why Taeyeon keeps having albums and mini albums and comebacks and songs and all this stuff, because she's popular as a musician. But they won't give like any of the other girls that like wanted to do music things too. They didn't give them a lot of opportunities to do that because they're not really popular the way Taeyeon is. Which is why, well, some of them left because they're also very what's the word? Limiting with like other activities as well, such as acting. I think a lot of the acting opportunities have to go through SM first before they go to the artist or the person. But SM keeps trying to like uphold, well, back in the day, they used to want it to like uphold this certain image. And a lot of the acting projects, I think probably that came through were probably not the image that they wanted. And so in the case of Girls' Generation, that's why Sooyoung and Sohyun left. was because they wanted to do acting, but SM wasn't letting them do acting. This is also why Dio left SM, which was surprising to everyone, but it's because he wanted to do more acting, but SM wasn't letting him do that. Who else left? Chen and Xiumin made sense once the lawsuit came out, I think. Because the only people that renewed their contracts were Kai, Suho, and Chen Yo. Oh, and Sehun. So that the other four. Dio and Chen Bixi. Yeah. So. What was their pencils with his face? No, okay. So the only like piece of merch that I really wanted was a sweater or a shirt, but I saw that the sweater was $85. Hello? And really all it said was, it was kind of something like this. It just said Reverie right here, and then on the back was just like a little piece of art that had Reverie, and then all of the, well, I think it was the US tour. It wasn't even the whole tour stop list thing. It was just the US stops, but in like a regular like Arial font, bold, and they were kind of like this. They didn't even have like the dates connected to them. They didn't have like theaters or anything. It just had the places in a block, and then the art for the Reverie, you know, tour thing, and that was it. And personally, that did not justify $85 to me. I think if it was 60, I would have bought it for sure. But 85 for all of that, that's really not, it really, I couldn't do it. Can I be drunk here? Yeah. It's happening with Red Velvet too. I feel like Red Velvet is slowly going the same direction. Yeah, a lot of SM groups will actually kind of go in that same direction, where like a lot of their members will leave the company so they can go do other things. But then the downside to that is that they don't really promote as a group ever again. So WayV is also not as popular as they should be because of SM. That's what I thought too. I think WayV could be really popular internationally in general, not just where they're, because they keep trying to promote in China, which is fine. But I know a lot of people who like WayV, like around the US, I should say. Some girl named BB. Oh my god, yes. She's good too. I changed the name of my channel, but I'm the one with all the relationship problems. Oh, welcome back. Welcome back. Hello. Hi. $85. Yes. Get you went a little over top. Yeah, the prices. For sure. I think the shirts were also the same, but I just figured if I couldn't get a sweater, like the shirts would probably also be like incredibly expensive. The only time I think I spent, okay. The only time I've ever regretted not getting K-pop like concert merch for a K-pop group was IVE, because I only got a t-shirt. Like I knew for sure I wanted something from IVE, and they actually weren't bad. I think the shirt was like 35, 40, but it has a lot going on the entire shirt. So I got the shirt, and I kept debating on if I wanted to get the sweater. It was a pullover sweater, which is so great because this was like this was a little over a year ago, last year in March. They had a sweater. It was a pullover sweater, but it was like a cream color. It was actually a really beautiful color. Cream color, and I don't remember what it had on the, you know, the design or anything, but all I saw was that it was like a beige pullover sweater. And at the time, because I hadn't seen ONEUS yet. So like I seen IVE a few days before I saw ONEUS in New York. And I knew, because I became violently obsessed with the ONEUS tour sweaters for like a period of time. So I bought a sweater from Reach for Us, and I wore that like all year up until the La Dolce Vita tour, which I knew I was going to get a new sweater from the La Dolce Vita tour, and that I was probably going to try to like overwear it as much as I wore the Reach for Us sweater. And because I was seeing IVE a few days before ONEUS, I was like, I know I'm going to get a sweater from the ONEUS concert. But that was really affecting my decision to like buy the IVE sweater, because I was like, if I'm getting a new ONEUS sweater at their concert in a few days and I plan on wearing that all the time, like when am I ever going to wear the IVE sweater? And so I decided, I'm like, I'm not going to get the sweater because like I'm going to wear the ONEUS sweater all the time. I wore the ONEUS sweater for maybe like 2 to 3 months, and then I stopped wearing it for a few reasons. But then I like started thinking back on the IVE sweater because I really liked the color of the sweater. And then I ended up buying a sweater from my favorite streamer who like had the same color, which is the one that I sometimes wear. And I love that color so much. I'm like, man, I should have got the sweater from the IVE concert. But it's totally fine. But that's like the only time I think I've ever regretted not getting merch from a concert. Unfortunately, Super Junior's still here. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one I wish they would just like take some time and like maybe never come back. Electropop. Liabai. I'm sure I know some, I just can't think of them off the top of my head. Do you get any clothing merch at all? No, I didn't get any merch from Baekhyun's concert, like, at all. All I really have is, like, the memory of my experience, and that's it. What am I trying to say? Oh, ONEUS posted and I didn't know what it was, so I have to go look. I'm gonna be asleep. Okay, everyone. ONEUS is doing a YouTube live in 4 hours. Yeah, 4 hours. So if anyone is awake at that time, please tune in. Be sure to tune in. What about Pixar not wanting to risk like what happened last time? They said they had a problem with their phone out. Or not wanting to risk like what happened last time. Wait, what do you mean, for Baekhyun? Or what are we talking about? I'm not gonna be up for that, sadly. Me neither. Me neither. I'm gonna be like fast asleep. I'm like stage 3 of REM sleep at that point. I'm gonna be so honest with you. I wish I could be up. I was actually only awake for that one time. Wait, no, not 4 hours. Wait, yeah, no, 4 hours. I was awake for that one time, and it was when I Know You Know, the music video was coming out, because I didn't want to wake up. I didn't want to wake up early to react to it in the morning before I went to work, but I also, for some reason, didn't want to wait until after work to react to it. So I stayed up until 2 in the morning. Not sure why. I'm not doing that this time, because tomorrow's Monday, and I refuse to go to work on a Monday with 3 hours of sleep. That's insane. So I'm just gonna wait until I come back tomorrow. Oh, come back home tomorrow. You're so beautiful. Thanks. I might actually hop onto that live just out of curiosity. Oh my god, please do. Please do. I'm not sure we'll know what's happening. It's starting in an... Sorry, hold on. Let me collect my thoughts. It's starting an hour before the album comes out and the music video comes out, so they'll probably just be talking about like the album and the process and all that stuff. For this one, but like you said on the last, security had some kind of problem with your phone out. Okay, yeah, so last time, the ONEUS concert, it was because during the high wave, you're not supposed to record the high waves or the high touches or anything. So like they'll try to look to see if you have your phone positioned any certain way or hiding anywhere to be like secretly recording. And so that was like my issue, was that I had just put my phone, well, I put my phone where I normally put it, but like failed to remember that it was now facing towards ONEUS. and then it like looks like I'm recording. So that was kind of on me. But this one, it's like I didn't have any of the VIP packages, so it really was not that. It wasn't that crazy of a thing to worry about. I will say, I did. Well, also everyone was doing this, so like I didn't feel that bad. After the concert ended, I walked with like a bunch of other people that were walking to the back, so that we could like wave to him as he left the venue. So I was there for that, I guess. But like that's kind of a lot of artists do that, and so you can record those. 5 a.m. Eastern time, by the way. Yes, right? Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Pinterest. Gotta keep those recipes locked down. So true. Did you blow some? No, I just waved. He was also though, he was in like one of those SUVs with like tinted windows, so you could really just see the outline of him sitting there. And he was waving because there was so many of us back there. He was just kind of waving really generally. So I like to think I'm like, at least I waved. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that's like the closest Baekhyun interaction that I had the entire time. You have a family Pinterest account? Jesus. You know what? What if the outline was a decoy? It could have been. I'd just be waving at some random stranger. Just my luck, right? My alt bias of all time, and here I am waving at just some random like doppelganger of him. That'd be insane. A family Pinterest. You know what? I respect you for that. I think if I had a family Pinterest account, I would get clowned for it every single day. Because I don't look up weird things. But I will say I do look up like One Us photos sometimes. A lot of times I look for like memes on Pinterest. But I also like to look at those really, really like nice selfies. Or like the fan site photos and all this stuff. Sometimes I just like to look at them because they're pretty. And I think it would be kind of embarrassing for my entire family to see me looking at that. That'd be crazy. Yawns and messing with things. Live bingo is crazy. No, no way. No way. I love Pinterest. I use it to escape reality. I wish I was more into Pinterest. I think it's just like I can't really find what I'm looking for on Pinterest all of the time. I like mix it with Pinterest and Instagram, the explore page. And there's something else I swear that I use. Sometimes I just use good old Safari, like Google. I'll just go look up what I'm looking for and like look there too. Same old K-pop stuff, and their feed is full of Hyunjin. You know what? At least they get to admire Hyunjin with you. But my family knows I love him, and so it's no surprise. Yeah, as they should. We could turn the yawns and bangs into a drinking game, but we'd probably all pass out. Okay, you know what? You know what? No. No! How was your room for the trip? Clean all the amenities? Yeah, actually. Well, okay. Yeah. So the hotels that we stayed at, I've actually stayed at before, which is kind of why I booked them. Because when I was planning this trip, it was like very, not really last minute, but I'm so sorry. It wasn't last minute, but I knew that I kind of was just going to go and then to come back. So like I wasn't doing anything crazy. And so I just booked hotels that I had already stayed at because I knew they're like familiar. But also the hotel for Baekhyun that I stayed at, because we stayed there in November. when we went to a different concert, and that's how I knew that this hotel was right across the street from the venue that Baekhyun was at. And so I like immediately was like, we have to stay here because I know it's right there. We don't have to pay to like park or like a lift or anything. So at least I knew that much. And then when we went to Denver, it was kind of the same. Like I knew the vicinity of our hotel, and how close it was to where the club night was. So I knew that they were nice. I knew. Hi, my name is Tara. Hi, Tara. Do you have an actual dimple? Yeah, I think I have. Is it on this side? Yeah, right here. Yeah, that's like the most prominent one. I think I have one up here too. Okay, maybe not, because if I have to like, oh, it's like right here. It's like really hidden. But this one pops out like all the time. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me just tell you. I found out I had this dimple like very late into my life. Probably when I was like, I don't know, like 21, 22, maybe even 23, which is crazy. That was just a few years ago. Because growing up, everyone only ever talked about having dimples right here, right? Just their like kind of common placement for dimples. And both my brother and my sister have dimples here, and I don't. So my entire life, I was like, well, I don't have dimples because I don't have them here, and I just never bothered to like think they could be anywhere else. And so I used to go like, you know, around and just be like, yeah, I don't have dimples, and people were like, I have dimples, and they would always say they're right here, and I'm like, oh my god, lucky you. I think those would be really cute. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it was a few years ago. It might have been like even after I'd started like vlogging a lot more and making videos. And I would like watch them back when I'd realize that when I talked that this would pop out a lot. Like just in general, right? Now when I smile it pops out a lot too. But like this is just a very prominent dimple, and I noticed it as I started making videos, and I was like, wait a minute, I do have a dimple. And so now I at least know I have this one for sure. I know there's one up here, but it comes out I think when I smile like really big, or I'm like laughing or something. I would drink water, so I'd actually need a bathroom break. It's not, I don't drink alcohol. You know what? You can drink like a Capri Sun or some Sunny D. Curious about something though. Do they hike the prices because it's close to the venue? I think so. So the one thing about the Baekhyun concert, like the venue it was at was actually right next to the airport. So all of the hotels in the area are like airport hotels, and so I don't think that they like the prices seem kind of normal, because like all of the hotels around the airport were that same price. So like it didn't seem that expensive to me. But also I learned something crazy about the hotel we stayed at in Chicago, which then made sense as to why it was like the cheapest out of the ones in the area. Dimple twin? Yeah. I kind of have a small dimple too. Oh my god. That's where I have a nipple. It's huge and I forget I have it until people point it out. Sometimes the way you talk and when you smile big, you can see it. Yeah, this one for sure. It's like if I make certain like motions with my mouth, I think you can really see like, cute. I think it's cute though. I actually think it's really cute. I've learned to be a fan. Why I'm online? What do you mean? I have it near my lip too where you're pointing. Right here. Oh my god, guys, we're twins. We're twins. No, okay. Wait, let me tell you another story. Because I think it's so funny. So, not to mention 1S for like the 50th time, but I learned that Soho also realized he had dimples like very late in life too. I think he learned he had them like a year ago. And he kind of did the same thing where he like did like a smile and you could see him come out. They're like up here, which I think is adorable. Simp. But it's so funny because like when I see like videos of him, like fan site videos or like people's recordings, and he is smiling a certain way, you can see them so prominently on his face. And I'm like, how did he not notice he had these for that long? Right? Until like just like a year ago. And finally he's like, after 29 years of life, well, he was 28, but like Korean age. He's like, after 29 years of life, I finally realized I had dimples. It's like, oh my God. Like those are so prominent though. Like they pop out so much when he smiles right here. Have a great night. You too. Hand me all the Kool-Aid and sweet tea. Oh my God, yes. Do you guys know what sun tea is? That's like the only way I can describe it, but it's sun tea. Tonight it's just sparkling water. It's because it's Sunday. Hey, it's cute. Thanks. Story time. No, kind of story time. Kind of, but yeah. I'm from Indonesia. Nice. So how late discovering dimples. I know. But I was like, same, because I also realized, I don't know. Actually, I should go back and look at like my old photos. Does that count though? No, I should. I really should. But I didn't like really realize I had a dimple until again, like I said, a few years ago. And that I like actively started like noticing and then saying that like, yeah, I have a dimple right here. Actually, I think I have 2 small dimples under the corner of my eyes. Oh, you mean like right here? Wait, those are cute too. Those are actually really cute. I think one of my favorite things on other people is people who have like uncommon dimple placements. Because like these ones right here they're cute. They are really cute, I think. But because they're like very common and that's like what everyone thinks of like when you say you have dimples, they'll probably think right here. I love the ones that are like in places that are not here. So like I know some people have them here when they smile. I think those look adorable. Some people have them like up here. Some people have them down here. And then there's people like me who got like one right here. I don't know. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. What's your go-to drink? You mean like regular, just like any kind of drink? Where are you from? I'm from the US. Your eye sockets? No. No. You like Enhypen? Yeah, kind of. It's actually dumb. Yeah. Some people actually have dimples like here. They're like this. And it's adorable. It's so cute. I love those. Hating on my regular dimple placement. No, like I said, these are cute too. These are cute. It's just they're fairly common. You know, like when somebody's like, I have dimples, they're gonna automatically assume they're here. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with those. I still think those are adorable too. Because when I was younger, I used to be so incredibly jealous of my siblings, my brother and my sister. I think I used to be a little bit more jealous of my brother because he does not care about the fact that he has dimples in like the perfect place, which is here, right? He could care less. And I was like, do you know how much I would eat those up if I had those on me? And here you have them. Like we have the same, we're from the same people. And you have dimples and I don't. And you don't care, but I would. Because my sister, it's like, she liked that she had them there and she would try to like, play up on them, whatever. But my brother was like, who cares? I was like, I care. I want those. Oh my God. Any drink, alcoholic and non-alcoholic. What is my favorite alcoholic drink? See, I don't know. Oh, no, I don't want to say soju. That's bland and basic. I think if I had to pick one, I really like the apple cider, the Angry Orchard apple cider. I really like those. And then my second favorite would be a High Noon. And my non-alcoholic favorite drink is probably, I'll be honest, I love the Pacific Cooler Capri Suns. Like, I have not had anything better than a Pacific Cooler Capri Sun. Yeah. I hate sparkling water. Same. I've only had one brand of sparkling water that didn't taste disgusting. Can't take it back now. I'm gonna go get that undimple surgery. No, they're not lame. They're not lame. It's just I personally really like the ones that are in unconventional places. Is all I said. There's a bug in here. Girls always overthinking. What do you mean? You get any good eats while on the trip? Not really. We ordered just a lot of basic, kind of like your basic meals. The one that did stand out to me was we had Raising Cane's in Chicago, but I like Raising Cane's because I don't have one where like near where I live, so I can really only get it when I'm out traveling. Don't you dare take what's perfect on. Oh, take away what's perfect on you. Okay. This was me when I was younger though, because I didn't think I had a dimple. Right? I thought I was just plain. Sparkling water is literally just water trying to be soda. Yes. Which I think is valid though, because what I've come to realize about myself is I like carbonation in drinks, but I don't like the like all the sugar and stuff that comes with it. So like sparkling water would actually be a really good alternative for me. But they taste gross. I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss it. I didn't get it. Can you land so I can get you? There's a bug. Sorry, there's a bug. Getting roasted on live was not. No, I did not roast you. I did not roast you. Plain is definitely not a word that. Okay, I know that's a compliment. I know that's a compliment, and I do take it as a compliment. But I just think that that's funny. I think that that's really funny, but in a good way. That's a good way. I like sparkling drinks, but I don't like sugar. You just gotta find the right brand. Yeah. I think, yeah. Like I said, I've only found one, but I don't drink it enough, which I think I should, though. Fly hunting was also nothing. Just a, you know, a regular day here. Regular day. Stray Kids is live. I don't want to leave yours. I'm gonna have to wait. What? But it's Hyunjin. Okay, wait. Where are they live at? Weverse? Are they live on Weverse? We'll go pull it up right now. Or no, it has to be YouTube. It's gotta be YouTube. What are they called? Stray Kids. Oh my, can I tell you a story? I think I told this story. Oh, you're right. Oh, it's just Changbin. And they're eating Pizza Hut. They don't have Weverse? Oh, I don't know. I don't have Weverse anymore either. I only ever had Weverse for One Us, but then they left Weverse in November. So I don't get on Weverse anymore. I don't know who's there and who's not. Finally found those Stray Kids. Tell them to go home. Yes, so true. Oh, let me tell you a story. So in Chicago, we were walking back. Well, we had just gotten dropped off at our hotel. We took a Lyft downtown. We got dropped off at our hotel. We're walking to the elevators. We have to walk through the lobby to get to the elevators. So we're like walking through. I don't know what made this girl like associate us with being Stray Kids fans. I really don't know. Which, if I think too hard on it, it's gonna make me feel bad. But we're walking through the lobby and there's like people sitting in the lobby, like on the chairs and whatnot. And this random girl, she looks at my friend, like just straight into her eyes, looks at my friend and says, "Hi, Stays." And like none of us heard her the first time. We didn't know what she was talking about. And so like me, I thought that this girl knew my friend because my friend knows like, you know, people around, whatever. So I thought maybe that she knew her and was like maybe saying hi. And so then I was looking at the girl And then I looked at my friend to be like, oh, like, do you know who that is? And then my friend was like, she like looked at my sister because they were walking beside each other. She looked at my sister and then she turned around and looked at me and then saw that I was looking at her. And then that's when I realized I was like, oh, she doesn't know her. And so then I like looked back at the girl to like see, I was like, maybe I know her. And she just like pointed out like the group or something. So I looked at the girl. I didn't know who she was. So then I looked back at like my pal and my sister. And that's when the girl turns away. Because my sister, I think, then she looks back at me and we're all sitting there. We're like, what did she say? Because we didn't hear what she said. The girl turns back to her friend and she immediately says, she was like, okay. She's like, well, I was just trying to be friendly and nice. And like, we're like walking away. We're like kind of past them now. And so we're sitting there trying to figure out, we're like, once we passed her, I was like, what did she say? And my pal was like, I don't know. It's like, I didn't hear what she said. And then my sister was like, she said like high stays or something. And then that's when I realized I was like, oh, like stay like a Stray Kids fan. And I was like, oh, it was like, so she thought we were Stray Kids fans. And and then we started like laughing about it. We started laughing about it because, all right, how do I explain this? We one didn't really like that she assumed we were Stray Kids fans, but then it made me realize, I was like, oh yeah, the Stray Kids concert is tomorrow. Like it's the next day, and I guess people are coming in early for the Stray Kids concert. And so I was like, okay, yeah, I guess I get why she would say that, but then I was like, but why would she just assume we were Stray Kids fans? And so immediately I was like, oh honey, I'm so sorry. Like we were like way past her at this point. We couldn't like reply back or anything. And so I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was like, I'm not even here for Stray Kids. It's like, I forgot they were even like gonna have a concert in Chicago until like yesterday. I'm sorry. Like, I'm here for Baekhyun. But then I felt a little bad because like the way that we all looked at each other, we were like really confused. And I'm sure we looked like kind of, maybe we looked a little bothered by it because she replied in like a way that was like, oh, she was like, well, my bad. I was just trying to be friendly or like trying to be nice or whatever. And so she probably thought that we were like being kind of like stuck up about it, but it was really just like, one, we didn't even hear what she said. And then second of all, we were like, why would you just say high stays like that? Like why not ask it in a question like, are you here for the Stray Kids concert? So that we can be like, no, we're here for Baekhyun. It's like she just assumed we were there for the Stray Kids concert. Anyway, we had a good laugh about it. She thought y'all were stays. Yes. I wish I could go to their concert. See, I wish that I knew earlier, like way earlier. Like I didn't even know. I didn't even think to like associate those together. Um but I wish I would have known because I maybe would have gotten like a really high like nosebleed seat and just like went for fun. I would have did that, but I didn't know. So like I planned my Baekhyun trip to be like we flew in the day before and then we flew out the day after. So like yeah, that was a little sad. Her Stray Dar was off that day. I know. But then it also made me think, I was like, does she even know that there's another concert across the street like today? She just assumes that every K-pop fan walking through is here for Stray Kids. Like, sorry. No, oh, that was the other thing that kind of bothered us too, was that she looked right at my friend. So we all, as soon as we got back to our room, we started looking at ourselves to be like, do we look like K-pop fans? Because I thought we looked fairly normal. So I was thinking that she probably saw something in like one of our bags or something that like made her just assume we were K-pop fans. And that's when my pal was like, maybe she saw this Polaroid, which it was a Polaroid of her bias Youngkook. But I was like, she could have seen that and thought it was a member from Stray Kids, but like I also don't know why you would just assume it was Stray Kids. You know, not sure. Oh my god, Laura, you have to see this. Oh, it says Honey Binny, that's why. Look! It's it's Hyunjin and Changbin. You were there in and out? Yeah, so like when I was planning okay, let me just be open and honest and vulnerable. I didn't really have the means to be seeing Baekhyun when I was planning the trip. Like it was looking really, really iffy for me, okay? But it was Baekhyun. Like I had to go see Baekhyun. And so when I was planning the trip, like that's why I got the cheapest ticket that I could find to the Baekhyun concert. And it's also why I found the cheapest hotel um in the area, and why I planned on only flying in the day before and the day after. I even thought about flying in the day of the concert and then flying out the day after, but I thought that that would have been too crazy. And so I planned it to be really short, but also because it's in Chicago, and like I've been to Chicago enough times to like have looked around enough. So I didn't really feel like I needed to spend an extra day in Chicago for anything. So, looking like K-pop fans, I know. Those are K-pop fan bangs for sure. Okay, but I didn't feel like I was dressed like a K-pop fan. I don't know. Yeah, is that Pizza Hut? Yeah, they're having, hold on, let me see if I can zoom in. You know what, if you want to, I could play it back here. But then I'll be in the way, then you can't see it. Why is he eating his pizza like that? He's eating it with chopsticks, but he just stabbed the chopsticks into the pizza. I don't know how I feel about that. Laura, I'm sorry. I don't know how I feel about him stabbing chopsticks into his pizza to eat it. Hyunjin, yes. I need another device. Yes, I know. Do you like BTS? Kind of. Your husband? I know. Your husband is busy eating Pizza Hut. Where are they at? Are they in Canada? I totally forgot. I didn't know he did that either. That's the first time I've ever seen someone do that. What the heck? Eat it as he likes. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't be judging the way people eat their food, but it's a little strange. So yeah. Okay, wait. Let me look. Okay, another thing I need to be honest about. I'm trying to see ONEUS in Nashville. Well, I am going to see ONEUS in Nashville, but I have not bought my ticket yet. All right. They're not gonna sell out. Okay, they're not going to. How do I see the seats? Oh, it's even on Axis. It's not on here. That's why. Oh, okay. ONEUS's tour looks a little sad, right? There's so many seats open. This is why I was going to start streaming more so I can promote ONEUS's tour in every stream. But we're going to start next time. We're not going to start today. Definitely the most efficient use of chopsticks I've seen. Curious when karaoke will pick up. You know what? We can do it whenever, I suppose. I'm going to see instead of one. You know what? The sales look so sad. They kind of do. I do think it's because they're not really promoting the tour that much. Like all of the ticket sales for up to right now have been purely just like people who are ONEUS fans, because that's the only people they've kind of really told about this tour. But I do think they're starting to like slowly try to promote it a little bit more. But I need to do my due diligence as the biggest ONEUS promoter Okay, so I will be promoting in live streams so I can get people who are passing by, if they live in these areas, to go see One Us. Because I promise you they're good. I promise. I swear. I swear. You're gonna watch the Stray Kids live and say, yeah, I'll just relay info. I'll relay info on what's happening. They're still eating Pizza Hut. I'm sorry. Someone was mentioning the worst case scenario about the tour, and I low-key panicked for a minute. Oh, in the past, they've sold more tickets as last minute. They usually do. They usually do. I do think, because I've heard, well, my sister mentioned this because this happened to Six, where they canceled the tour because not enough tickets sold. I just don't think that One Us would do that, though. I really don't. I don't think they would do that. And kind of the same situation is I do think that they'll probably sell tickets as time goes on, which is kind of why I need to get my Nashville tickets as soon as possible. Okay, I need to stop slacking. But hello, hi. I'm sure this time, unfortunately, not many tickets were sold because of Soho not being there. That's also what I was thinking too. I was like, they sold. I don't know if I ever talked about this on stream, but I heard through the wind. I heard through the wind one time that RBW was trying to do One Us's last tour, the La Dolce Vita tour, through a specific, like a certain tour company, and RBW asked for certain venues, or like, I think it was, well, yeah, they wanted like certain capacity venues, and this tour company said, no, we can't do that. Or, well, tour company asked for previous sales records, so RBW gave them their last tour sales, and I think that those sales didn't really match what RBW was asking for the La Dolce Vita tour. And so the tour company said, okay, well, we can't get you those venues because we're not confident that you can sell enough in those venues for us to make the money that we want to make from this tour. So they tried to propose smaller venues for the La Dolce Vita tour, but RBW said no. They were like, we want to stick with these bigger venues. So they ditched this tour company. They went to a different tour company, which I think was like Live Nation or something that Live Nation worked in. And they went to this company, and this company was like, yeah, okay, we can do that. Knowing for sure they were not going to sell out any of those venues. Matter of fact, they couldn't really even sell half of those venues. I'll be honest. And so RBW just went with it anyways. They were like, just book us these venues anyways. We don't really care if we can't sell half of them. And that's exactly what happened. All of the venues they booked for the La Dolce Vita tour were like way too big for One Us. And I guess my personal experience in this was the New York concert was at the theater at Madison Square Garden, which is like a fairly sizable theater. And up until maybe like a few days before the concert, or maybe a week before the concert, they had the entire venue open and available for seats. But like a week or so before, they ended up closing the back half of this the arena, and then just kind of moving everyone that bought tickets up there down to the lower part so that it looked fuller. So I do, and then I do know that that was the case for like a lot of the other venues. The only ones that got close to selling out were LA and another one, I believe. But that was it. My friend won 8 free tickets for my show last year. That's crazy that they were just giving away free tickets at that point. The timing isn't great either because the big groups announced their tours before One Us. Yeah, this is kind of why I was a little upset when One Us announced the tour anyways, because it felt like they were trying to rush a tour. I think if they had at least waited like a month or two after all these other groups finished their tour, and like, because like ATEEZ is going on tour at the same time as One Us, and I know a lot of people are going to ATEEZ and not going to One Us. So like, and then ENHYPEN's supposed to start a tour soon. there's like other groups that are kind of going on tour around the same time. I'm like, I don't know why we just put this all when everyone else is doing tours. I do remember about the Reach For Us tour ticket sales. The Reach For Us was like, I think the idea was there. I really do think the idea was there. It's just the unfortunate thing was that Raven left right before this tour was they're supposed to sell tickets, and I know that made a lot of people like not want to go, especially here in the US. I think they were on track. I do think that if that didn't happen and like they had the tour just kind of as planned with like the 6 of them and all this stuff, I think they could have did really well with the ticket sales on the Reach For Us tour. But because it happened, like the scandal happened and then the tickets went on sale, I think a lot of people decided they didn't want to go. I'm from the UK. I'm from the US. Rating 1 out of 10 on concert. What do you mean? RBW trying to fill arenas too big for ONEUS, who unfortunately aren't that popular. Yeah, see, it's not that ONEUS are like completely like not popular. It's just the fact that for some reason RBW thinks that they're more popular than they are. Like, yeah, and I think that's the thing about this tour is I think the venues for this tour would have did really well for the La Dolce Vita tour. I think they could have filled all of those venues on that tour. Now this tour, it's a little different because they don't have Soho. So a lot of people I think aren't going to go because of that either. So not only are they not going because they're already going to other tours, but also because Soho's not there. And I think it's strange that some people just won't go because a member's missing. But some people do that. They really do. The venue for Phoenix last year was a bit big for ONEUS, but they did the same thing for Phoenix too. Yeah, so I went to that one too. I don't think I'll be honest, I don't know if I noticed. I might not have noticed like how the turnout was, but yeah, I do know that a lot of the venues on the last tour were like the same. Stray Kids and TXT. Oh yeah, TXT. Business is trying to maximize money. Yeah, but they're like doing it in like the entirely wrong way. There's like a difference between trying to sell out these big venues and like maybe hopefully selling enough tickets by the time the concert rolls around and then trying to sell them before the concert starts. Like, I don't know. ONEUS is mid-tier, popular in comparison to Stray Kids or ATs. Yeah, ONEUS for sure is not at that level. I really do love them, but I don't know if they ever would be. Okay, they have popularity, but we need to stop pretending like they're more popular than they are and trying to get like book these big venues and then not being able to sell them. Like, I don't know. They have a following, but not likely they'll reach. Yes. Just went to my home park, Six Flags, and had fun. Oh my god, I would love to go to an amusement park. I should plan. Wait, you've given me an idea. I should plan that. I think I go to an amusement park, but in like Chicago. When I go see ONEUS, I'll just go a day early so I can go to an amusement park. Wait, I'm down. Wait, I'm down. The balcony was closed for Phoenix because the stairs of the balconies were. You know what? I didn't see that. I didn't see that much. I was so focused on my seat and then I didn't look around anywhere. So, ONEUS have more casual fans than people that ult them that are willing to spend money on expensive tickets. Yeah. But I think that's the case with a lot of K-pop groups. Well, no. Yeah, okay. This is kind of, okay. Let me give one of my thoughts and opinions. So the ticket sales for ONEUS's current tour, right, like I said, is kind of, it's only people that are like fans of ONEUS that also have time to go, okay? Because we can't even, the fact that there are a lot of ONEUS fans who are not going to this tour because of how soon it's happening and how soon it was announced. So, right, there's that aspect. But up until now, because they haven't been promoting this tour like outside of like the fandom at all, people who have tickets, so like if you look at any of their ticket sales on any of the tour dates, everyone who has tickets to those shows right now are people that are really only like big One Us fans, because they're the only ones that know that they're going on tour, because we haven't been promoting it at all. And then even then, it's people that are genuine One Us fans that don't mind Soho not being there, because there are One Us fans who aren't going because Soho's not there, right? There are One Us fans who maybe are planning to already go to a different tour who are not going to this one. And then there's One Us fans who aren't going to this one because it's just so soon. It's like, how are you going to plan to do anything in 2 days? And then even then 2 months. It's not even 2 months now. It's like a month and a half away. And for most people, most working people in the US, that's kind of soon. That's really soon to be planning like travel and hotels and like concert tickets and all this stuff, and then leave from work. I don't know. Just all of those put together is kind of why I'm not the biggest fan of this tour. Like, I'm still gonna go, but I don't really like it at the end of the day. Just my thoughts and my opinions. And left the chat. True. RBW did the timing wrong. I would go if I could afford it, but it's so soon too. Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of, this is sort of why I believe that they're rushing it for some reason. Like, for some strange reason, I think that they're rushing it. Because why is it happening that fast? I think if they knew they wanted to go on tour in August, they should have started talking about it in like April or May so people could plan. Or if they wanted to announce it in June, to like have the tour be in like September or October. So like that's kind of why all of this feels really, really rushed to me. Do you know when they're going to Texas? They'll be in Dallas on August 15th. And so I think they'll be in Houston on August like 17th or 18th. Let me double check so I'm not lying to you. Just give me the photo. Oh my God. Oh, they're going to be in Dallas on the 16th, August 16th, and they'll be in Houston on August 18th. Okay. Going but don't like it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm going because it's One Us. Like, I love One Us. I'll still go to see One Us. But it's just never going to sit right with me. It's never going to sit right with me. I was meaning to ask you, are you going to more than one show or just one? I'm going to 2. I'm going to Chicago and Nashville. I'm trying to decide on if I want to do a third. Because one of my fears, okay, but also because it's based on personal experience. So when I went to the Blood Moon tour, I was only planning on going to, I was planning on going to 2. And it was Minneapolis, which, that was just kind of a given. And then I was going to go to Lawrence because my sister was going to school in Lawrence at the time. And I was like, well, since she's already staying there, I can just go stay with her and it'll be great and she can go with me and all this stuff. And so I had only planned to go to the 2. But after the Lawrence concert ended, I actually I went through like a really, really bad post-concert depression. Like immediately. Like the second we stepped out of the venue, I was like, I have to see these guys again. I have to see them again. And so we went back to our hotel like an hour after the concert. We're at our hotel and we immediately start planning to go to Dallas. Like we start looking up like hotels and like costs and tickets and all this stuff. And so on a whim, we decided to drive from Lawrence, Kansas to Dallas, Texas the next day. And that situation, I think, is the reason why I went to, so Reach for Us was after Blood Moon, and I went to 4 stops on that tour. But that's the reason why I went to 4 stops, was because I went to 3 for Blood Moon, and the third one was like super super spontaneous. And I was like, okay, well, I don't want to be that spontaneous this time. Like maybe I should just plan for 4, just so I don't have that feeling. I do think 4 was a little much. That was definitely like a trial and error kind of thing. Like me going to 4 made me realize I don't like going to that many. That was a lot. And so for La Dolce Vita is that's why I went to 3, which was actually perfect. That was a perfect amount for me. And this time, right, for this tour, I think I decided on 2 because one, I was a little mad when they announced a tour. I was like, why are we announcing a tour right now? But also, I didn't really know how I would feel because like I've seen One Us in Korea in February, and I was like, do I really need to see them 3 times on this tour? I just seen them earlier this year. But now that time is passing, I'm now wondering if I should go to a third one. But like, would that be like too much? Is that like too much? Like, I'm trying to like decide on if I would be okay with just the 2 or if I should do a third one anyways. The problem is though is that I do not want to go to Dallas. I love Dallas. Okay, that's my hometown, kind of. But I've seen One Us in Dallas before, and I'm still in my era of like trying to like go to different places. So I'm realistically thinking, well, realistically, I'm kind of thinking that I want to go to Cleveland for my third stop because I want to do them all back to back. I can't really be breaking up the trips like that because a lot of that's just a lot of spending. I'd rather do all of my spending in one big trip than to break them up. So I'm thinking of Cleveland, but at the same time, what is there to do in Cleveland? Like, I've never really thought about going to Cleveland in my entire life. Do I want to go to Cleveland? I'm trying to decide. I'm truly trying to decide if I want to do that or not. You should go to Dallas and Houston. See, that's kind of why. Let me tell you another small story time. So when this tour first got announced, I immediately started thinking of the places that I would go. Because all of the places they're going are just way far away from me. So like it's like a good thing and it's a bad thing at the same time because like bad thing is I have to travel anyways to go anywhere to see One Us. But the good thing is because I have to like already travel so far, I can kind of just pick wherever I want to go because I have to spend that money to go anywhere anyways. So when they announced all of the stops and I saw that they're all way over there, I started thinking about which ones that I really wanted to go to. And the ones that immediately like I checked off my list almost like first thing was Dallas and Houston. No hate to Dallas or Houston. It's just that I've seen One Us in Dallas and Houston before. So I was trying to kind of expand my palette, right? Expand my horizons. Because funnily enough, I've never seen One Us in Chicago. Like at all. Out of all of the times I've seen One Us in concert and at like festivals and whatnot, I've never seen them in Chicago. And Chicago's the closest place to me, technically. So that was kind of like a plus. And the other plus is that I've been wanting to go to Nashville like almost all year. Like I've been thinking about going, well, not even this whole year, like for a few years. I've been wanting to go to Nashville. So I love that they're going to Nashville so that I can go. I'm just so excited. And so so I think those two for sure, they were like, it just worked out the best. Can never have too much of One Us. Is that true though? The last time I saw One Us too much in a short amount of time, I found out some crazy things. I experienced some crazy things. So I'm almost a little scared, but once in a whole year or more is not enough, especially if I'm seeing the group for the first time. That's so true. Come to Detroit. You know, I was thinking about that too. I was thinking about maybe I go to Detroit and then I go, like, skip Cleveland and then go to Chicago. But I really have to, I really have to, like, think about it. 스페인어를 할 줄 아시나요? 아, 아니요. 스페인어를, 모르겠어요. 모르겠어요. 죄송합니다. Spill it, we're listening crazy things. I can't. I can't spill the crazy things that I know. Okay, but one day, I swear to you, one day, maybe years down the road, if people are still here listening to my yap sessions, I might talk about it. I might. But not today. Not today. I'm from Korea and I only know English, Spanish, a little, and my native language. And Korean? That's interesting. Yeah, no, I don't speak Spanish at all. The tea will remain in the kettle. It might, no. It's definitely, it's a story that I would love to tell someday. Definitely not anytime soon, because this is a story that actually I've experienced. Well, it happened 2 years ago at Weebridge in Las Vegas. And so I do feel it's a little soon. I think it's a little soon. But I know that, like, as time passes, less people will, like, really, they won't care that much. But until then, the secret will stay safe with me. Trust. What happened? Were they slaughtering animals? No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I'm BTS ARMY. Nice. You greet me. 안녕하세요. 저는 테일러입니다. 테일러입니다. 저는 27살이에요. 그리고 미국 사람이에요. 네, 감사합니다. Should I get the $200 ticket or the $500 ticket? Okay, the $500 ticket is, like, front row. So if you want to be, like, right in their face, I say go for it. But if you just want to be there to, like, enjoy the vibes and just support ONEUS, maybe at the back would be good. I want to get close. Yeah. Can you do ASMR? I could. I don't, whispering feels too quiet to me. Sorry. 한국어를 아시나요? 조금요. 조금. 조금. I forgot the word. 사실 한국어 잘못했어요. 하지만 아직 배우고 있어요. Did I say that right? I don't know. I just be putting words together and just hoping for the best. 몰라요. 몰라. I don't like ASMR. The sounds are so weird. I can't stand it. Yeah, same. There are certain, it's really, like, very specific sounds that, like, I can stand. One that I do know I actually really like is, like, when a mic, you know, like a microphone, it has, like, the, like, metal grid top part and they kind of just, like, rub their fingers on the top. I really like that sound. but everything else sounds really weird to me. Oh, and some people can actually whisper really, really well. Like, so, like, nice and calming. Other people, though, when they start whispering, it sounds almost, like, goofy. I'm like, can you please just, like, stop? Oh, my God. I was doing sign language when I was at Korea and Japan. I used Duolingo. Sign language? Oh, because you were going, like, 저것? 그들은 뭐라고 했나요? 몰라요. 나는 영어를 거의 모른다. 아, 정말요? 아, 정말요? 네. Did I say that right even? 뭐라고 했나요? 미국? 미국? I don't know how to say it in a sentence. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. Oh my God, it's raining. It's raining again. What is wrong with my mouse? 영어를 거의 모른다? 무슨? Ah! I hate ASMR. Oh my gosh. That means I just need to start doing it. Just kidding. Oh yeah, I was looking at One Us tickets. I'm sorry, my bad. I ate a mouse and I was 2. What the heck? What? Okay. Just let me back in. Just let me back in. It was good. Period. They kicked me out. They kicked me out. I can't buy One Us tickets. Guys, I can't go to the concert. The only ASMR I listen to is the sound of waves on the ocean. Ooh. You know what ASMR I really like is like rain. Rain and storms. First you roast my dimple, now you say you do ASMR. Okay. No, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. I did not mean it like that. My words are taken out of context. Oh! Wait, this seat is only $200. And it's the 3rd row. What do I do? Team, what do I do? Will someone buy me a One Us ticket? I'm just kidding. Buy me a One Us ticket if you love me. I'm just kidding. No. These are not bad. Wait. 52. Wait a minute. 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 I need to sit here. I need this seat so bad. Guys, look. Is that not an ideal seat? Okay, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Get it? I can't. I can't because I have no means of getting that ticket right now. Good price grab. I wish I could. I really wish I could. Because I would buy it right now if I had. If I was able to, I would get it right now. But I fear that's just not in the cards right now. I mean, there's so many tickets open. All right, let me just show you what it looks like. Oh, you can't even see. Can I, like, get rid of this? No. All right, don't look at that ticket I just put in my cart. No, I only wanted it zoomed in just a little bit. I'm trying to... Okay. So this is, I mean, these are all the available seats for Nashville. So like, it's like I could sit anywhere and be fine. It's just this one was such a prime location. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Buy me a Stray Kids ticket and I'll get you a 1S ticket. Period. Period. It's not naturally created, it's artificial. Okay, true. Skipped Dutch Bros a few times. Okay, yeah, 52 is not bad. It is way back here, but it's really not bad. Ah, okay. Send you a lot of hearts. Thank you. I'm gonna buy all the open tickets and scalp them. You're the worst. No, okay, because you know what's even more insane, and I think it's actually almost delusional that this is even a thing. Somebody put 2 tickets in the front row up for resale and is trying to sell them for $1,000 each. It's $1,000 each. And I'm telling, it's delusional because people won't even spend $250 to get like a 4th row ticket for this concert. You think someone's gonna spend $1,000 for a front row ticket to ONEUS? I love you, ONEUS, but nobody's spending that money. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's goofy. Still praying for the big bag to fall from the... Yes! I swear to you, a large sum of money is gonna fall from the sky and into my lap at some point. Preferably before the ONEUS concert, but like it's fine. How much is a seat you want? It's $200.05. But it's in the 3rd row and it's on the aisle and it's right in the middle. It's so for that spot. That's actually like a perfect price for a perfect view. And it's in the aisle. Oh my god. If only that large sum of money could fall from the sky right now. I would buy it right now. What the heck? Laura. Oh, girl, you just missed it. Let me rewind it for you because something crazy was going on. Laura. Girl, what's happening? What was going on? $1,000 each is sick and insane. It's delusional. Because like I said, I love ONEUS with my entire life. Everything that I have. But nobody's spending that much money to go see them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I like your hair. Thank you. $12 maximum I'll pay, and someone will have to come with me to explain what I'm watching. You know what? That's so fair. 200, set up the stream donations or whatever on here. I'm pretty sure we made that happen. Yeah, but that makes me feel bad. Okay, this is sort of why. This is why I haven't done it this entire time anyways, is because I understand the concept. Because somebody asked me about it one time. I think this was like months ago. Somebody was asking why I didn't have the like super chats and like the what do you call those, like the member things on. And I was like, honestly, I don't really want to turn them on because that means that then I have to monetize my channel, and I cannot monetize my channel because of the content that I make. Everything is copyrighted. I would be getting striked left and right. But because of that, I can't do the, you know, the live stream setting things either. And somebody was talking about, they were like, because I was also mentioning how it just makes me feel bad. I don't want people to do that. Okay? I just, it makes me feel really bad. But she brought up a good point about how, she's like, some people watch though, and they want to like support you like that. And I'm like, okay, I get it. But it makes me feel bad. it makes me feel bad. And so like that would be like kind of the same situation. It would just, you know, me personally, I don't know. I have dilemmas with it. One time I spent $1,000 for a Slipknot ticket. Okay, but that's Slipknot. I think a lot of people know Slipknot. He gave the ladies a little show. Yeah, I don't know. I like tuned in. I tuned in and here he is. Right? Like doing something in front of my face. I'm like, brother, what? I'm gonna need some reimbursement for something. I'm sorry. If I had to see it, you guys had to see it as well. I'm laughing my head off right now. Like, what the heck? Imagine being sleep deprived is doing things to him. I know. I'm like, what did I just click into? That's goofy. You could set up a buy me a coffee instead of monetizing the channel. That is so true. Do I want to do that though? Hold on, wait. Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I think it would be nice for the stream aspect. But, like, I can't separate them. Like, it has to be one or the other. What should I make my username? I'll just, hold on. Let me see how it works. Ah! Yeah, continue with Google, sure. Use this one, though. Let me see. What's my name? I'll just put... whatever. Should I just put my name as Miranda? I'm just kidding. Do you watch Stray Kids? Yeah, Laura does, which is why I've been showing the Stray Kids clips. One as enthusiast, I don't know. Enthusiast. Oh. Oh, their stream ended. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Laura. I have a headache. Oh no, what happened? Can you say hi, please? Hi. Put your name as Miranda. Yeah, I'm gonna put Miranda. My name is Miranda. And I'm trying to see One Us in Nashville. I'm just kidding. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I'm stupid. It was supposed to be this one. I don't know. I'll see how it looks. Because like I said, it still makes me feel bad. It makes me feel bad. Does it have to be my face? It can't be that like Soho photo I have for the... Do I even know what that is? Hold on. Cause I just want love. I just want love. Ooh, that one's old though. Oh yeah. Where's my photo? It's gone. I don't even have it. Okay. Hi, what is your name? Mania? Don't be sickly. Yeah. Do the old school. ASL is your username? Oh my god. I remember that so much. What's the name of the group behind you? Oh, this is One Us. This is K-pop boy group One Us. Faves in the entire world. I don't have the photo I think I'm looking for. Oh. I need to go through these and delete some of these because these are goofy. Oh, these are old. Oh, it's right there. I found it. Hi. You know about that? Yeah, we all know about the ASL. Okay. Well, the only time that I ever really used ASL, I'll be honest, I was like 11 or 12. And I remember, so I have this friend. Okay, she's actually like, I consider her like a childhood, she's a childhood friend, but I always consider her like my OG best friend because because our dads were actually, they're actually BFFs. Okay, they've been like best friends since high school at that. And then crazily enough is that me and then my childhood best friend, um, we were born a month apart. Like we're only 1 month. We only have a 1 month age gap. And because like our dads were like BFFs, we were constantly like at each other's houses all the time. So like we were always hanging out. And so it was like at some point when I was like probably 11 or 12 or something, we were at their house hanging out. And we like, she's like, like, let's go like browse online, all this stuff. So I'm like, okay. So we're sitting on the chair together, and she is like going in like these chat rooms, and I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, you can just chat with like random people online. I was like, what? It was like, blowing my mind. And she like typed in ASL, or the person on the other side typed ASL. And so I was like, what does ASL mean? And she was like, oh, I don't think she knew what it meant either, but she was like, oh, it just means this. And she typed her age and then her like the F, and then I don't remember what she put for the location. I don't think she put anything, actually. Or did she? I don't remember. I just remember somebody told me not to put your location, to just do the A and the S. And so I was like, okay. And so I didn't really know what it stood for. I just knew that that's what you would type in when somebody asked. And so I really only ever seen that for maybe a few years of like my early teenage dumb, before it like became uncool and unpopular and nobody used it anymore. I never used it, I just heard about it. Oh, really? You should do the old one, like when I first joined. What do you mean the old one? We like Goofy. True. You're so beautiful. Thanks. I'm basically the stream dad. Hi, hello. ASL was so annoying. I had someone hit me with the new version the other day, but I don't remember the acronym. The new version? I love you. Thanks. I wasn't allowed to do that. My parents never let me, which I'm thankful for. That is so true. I think one thing I'm also grateful for is that my dad was kind of the same. He was a little, he tried to like be aware of like what we were doing online a lot of the time. And so yeah, he would always kind of talk about, you like, don't give out personal information and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, yeah. No, I don't. Is this my, oh my god, I totally forgot. 'Cause I just want love. I just want love. Oh yeah. I just want love. I just want love. I just want love. I just want love. Okay. You never got an Omegle? Oh my god, is it Omegle or Omegle? That, honestly, when you think about the concept of that was very dangerous. That was a crazy thing to be doing as a kid. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Ah, that's cute. Wait, that's adorable. Okay. Okay, that's adorable, yeah. It's because we're girls, so of course we're more careful. That's true. Yeah. Just look straight into her eyes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My bad. When might karaoke come back? I can do it honestly whenever. It's just I don't really ever think about, do I want to do that? Why not just... Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so They saved my login info. Okay. Omega was wild. Dude finally shut it down because he got scared of getting in legal trouble. I mean, it was a scary website when you think about it. It's like random strangers, and like because it was so unregulated, like you could see a lot of things on there. I remember that's kind of why I stopped using it, was because I was trying to chat with just like random people or people who like, because it was kind of popular when I was like in high school, maybe a little bit earlier than that. And this was when I was getting into K-pop. So I'm like, maybe I can find other K-pop fans. I would type in K-pop, but then like all the weirdos would type that in because they know that there's girls and like young girls on the tag. And so there's like creeps in every single tag that you like can think of. And I remember I hated seeing those people. I was like, why? I'm like, that's gross. So I stopped using the app. Should I go to a baseball game soon? Yes. I want to go to a baseball game soon. Actually, I want to go to more sporting events. Like I really want to do I can't see it. All right, pause team, pause. Hold on. Hold on, I'm trying to like get, okay. Sorry. Made everyone's heart flutter first. I'm sorry, I forgot it like looks weird when I do that because the camera's up there. My bad. Oh, you didn't have to say it out loud like that. That's crazy. Is this what? No. I stopped using it because I didn't have enough bleach to keep. Yes, because that's kind of the vibe it was giving too. Yeah, I agree. Hi, hello. We can just not. I think that's fine. Okay. That's creepy and strange, but yeah, that works. That totally works. I should have okay, it's fine. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Sorry, my bangs. Oh, I did it. Guys, I did it. Wait. I don't know if that's what I want to. I'm just going to leave it for now. Tell me if this works. Oh, okay. No, you don't have to test it out, but just like, does the link work? I love the two-handed wave. What do you mean, like this? All right, here. I'm going to put this. Oh my god, it worked. I should have. Can I edit my name? Wait. I should have put Miranda. Let me put Soho, #1 Soho fan. See if they'll let me put that. What are you creating? I did not know that this site worked like this. I'm gonna be really honest with you. Biggest ONEUS supporter. Biggest ONEUS fan. Biggest ONEUS enthusiast in the entire world. Yep. Huh? I did not even know that this was all here. No, I'll just leave it as coffee. It's fine. I don't know. I didn't know. Bro really like put me on to the, okay. Can I customize my color? Because everything revolves around ONEUS for me, so. I'll do this. It's like a nice blue. It changed to #1 Soho fan. I can't click on it or copy it from the chat on the app. Oh, wait, let me pin it and see if it works like that. I don't think it will, but what do you mean? I thought I could. Do I have to pin it on my other? Don't sign me out. Don't sign me out. You didn't put Miranda? No, I didn't. They're gonna think you're like 400 pounds of that. No, not biggest, but biggest. You know what I mean? Maybe blue. That's so true. Okay, I do have a serious question. Is there any specific color that you associate me with? Or not really? Because at my work, we've hired some like summer workers, and one of the girls was saying that she can, I do believe her. I believe her because I know that people can. She says she can see people's auras. And so she was telling me that my aura was like a purple, like kind of just a regular purple, thinking like rainbow purple or something. But then the other day, my sister was saying that she assigns colors to people's names, like in her head. And she was saying that the color that she assigned to me was blue. But like, I feel like a lot of people see me as like a blue. So I don't, like, is that on brand? Or that's a very different YouTube account you have too? Okay. I just exposed myself, you're right. Let me unpin this and then redo it on my account. Hold on. It's like my personal YouTube account. So it's like the one that I watch like all of my things on and whatnot. Let me post it on this one. Where did my link go? Maybe I still have it. I keep accidentally swiping to the next live while I'm trying to type. What? Really? Yeah, replace pinned message. There we go. There we go. What is that website? It's the, what is it? Buy Me a Coffee? It's just Buy Me a Coffee. So I can buy the one ticket for it. No, I'm just kidding. The ticket for Nashville that I want. I'm just kidding. No, I just wanted to see how it would like work and if it would. I don't know. I was kind of surprised you posted with your personal. Oh, okay. So that's the thing, is like, I don't mind sharing my personal YouTube because I don't really do much on it. I used to post, it was a little, so this is kind of like right when I started. Aww. I'm just gonna play that. So I had to look at the back of my head. Anyways, so when I started like kind of dabbling into uploading YouTube videos, I didn't really think to make a whole different account to just upload YouTube videos. So I was thinking, I was like, I could just put them on my main or my, you know, the one YouTube account that I use. So I uploaded a few videos on my personal, and they're like K-pop related. They're kind of just like edits and things that I did. But not sure how much I want to expose because I don't really feel like sharing that. But to keep it very brief and very short, many years ago, I attempted to have a YouTube channel with my friends that we all posted on together. And we had like a falling out as like a group. And so like that's kind of like where I was posting a lot of my own, like, you know, things like reactions and edits and all this stuff I was posting on that channel because like that's what it was for. But then we all had like a falling out, and so it's like obviously I can't use this channel anymore to like post anything. So then I started uploading things again to my personal YouTube channel. But this is also the same time I started getting into One Us, and I was thinking that I wanted to maybe make like One Us content. Was it? No, 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 no. This was around the time, it was like correlating with the fact that I do like making content, like YouTube videos and edits and stuff. Um, and that I was just now starting to stan One Us, okay? And that every time I tried to go find One Us videos to watch or to like get ideas and stuff from, that I wouldn't find anything. I didn't find anything at all. So I'm now thinking, I'm like, I have all these different circumstances happening. Maybe I should make One Us content. And so I was like, well, I don't know if I want to put the One Us content on my own personal channel, you know, because then it like I have like random past videos that like make no sense. And then I started thinking like maybe I should just make a whole new channel and have it dedicated. It wasn't really dedicated to just One Us at the time. It was dedicated to just anything that I wanted to make that I didn't want to put on my personal channel. And so that's why, honestly, if you look at like my first few videos on this channel, they're like completely not One Us related, or they're like kind of all over the place. And that's because I didn't really expect my channel to be this, to be what it is now. It was supposed to just be like a place for me to just be like creatively expressive, you know, and like how I wanted to make content went up. But then a few months in, I had this bright idea. I'm like, because I can't find any One Us videos, I'm like, maybe I should just make One Us videos and upload them on this channel. And then so I rebranded and then became a One Us content creator. And so that's how we're here now. It's where we donate to get Miranda to One Us. Oh God. She yeah. Roasting viewers, but it's just bro. Why am I so sleepy? I don't want to sleep. You know what? No, you know what? I do think we should end the stream for today. Because it is Sunday night. Tomorrow is Monday, and I'm pretty sure most of us have to work tomorrow, right? We have things to do. So I'll stream for a few more minutes just so we can get to the 2-hour mark, because I'm almost at the 2-hour mark. I've been yapping for 2 hours. Brother, what? How does that make any sense? Okay. I just got on. I have regrets. What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay. How do I want to... we have to do some housekeeping. Your yapping is awesome. Thanks. Thank you. Okay. I'll spend the last few minutes maybe kind of giving an overview for the next few streams. So I saw you live and wanted to join, but I was too lazy. Now I regret it. You know what? It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes we feel like that, and it's totally fine. We love yapping, except... yeah, see, what the heck? What the heck? You have a very cute smile. Thanks. Thank you. Anyway, so like I was mentioning earlier, but I'll say it again just for those who weren't here. I do... I know I think I'm making it sound like a joke. I'm really not joking. I do want to see how much I can promote One Us's tour through these live streams. I just want to see if it makes any sort of difference. I don't think it will, but I like to think it might. So, I'm going to try to stream a lot more, like just as much as I think as I can, so that I can promote the concerts during streams, because I think that would be fun and funny at the same time. So yeah, so good news and bad news. I will be streaming a lot more. He said he don't like to yap. Okay, but does he like to listen to yap? Because that's all I do. Anyway, on that note, I will not stream tomorrow. I'll already tell you that right now. I'm not going to stream tomorrow because One Us's album is coming out actually in 3.5 hours. So I'm gonna film my reaction tomorrow, and then I'm just gonna focus on editing so I can get it up as fast as I possibly can. With that being said, though, guys, remember ONEUS's album is coming out in a few hours, so be sure to go watch the music video and listen to the song, listen to the album and everything. I promise you, it's good. Just my personal opinion, though. I'm ready for the lives. Yay! I said I don't like to yap myself. Miranda's yapping as well. That is so true. That is so true. Sorry. So will not be live tomorrow, but I will be live on Tuesday. And I think I'll be live Wednesday too. We'll do Tuesday and Wednesday because I'm actually going on another trip this weekend. So I can't stream this weekend, or if I do, it's gonna be a little awkward. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. But just prepare for no streams this upcoming weekend. So yeah. Sorry, I had to yawn again. But because of that, I will stream Tuesday and Wednesday. And then we'll be back to our regularly scheduled streams next week as well. Yawns and fixing bangs, basically your signature. The outro, okay, that is so true. Roasts. Yeah, we only do friendly roasts in here. But yeah, I think that's really all I have to say. Hey, hi. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. You came at such a bad time. I'm about to end the stream. I'm about to end the stream. Anyways, I'm going to end the stream here for tonight just so we can all get some good sleep and have a wonderful Monday tomorrow. Okay, I hope everyone has a wonderful start to their week tomorrow. Or you already are if it is Monday for you. And yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed, and you know, thank you so much for letting me yap like always. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your night and you have good sleeps and that you have a good day tomorrow, or you're having a good day right now, or you had a good day today. And I will see you all on Tuesday. Bye, everyone. Be sure to listen to ONEUS's new song. Okay, it'll be out in the morning, so go listen to it on your way to work and all this stuff. Pin the coffee link in your bio. I will. I'll fix it up and then I'll pin it on my page somewhere. Anyway, yeah, go listen to ONEUS's new song in the morning, and I will see you guys all on Tuesday. Bye, everyone.